Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to Let's Build Klipstead. Today we're going to be building the barracks and the training camp and the facilities which surrounds that kind of. We're going to build some stables and kind of just work on this middle part of this town. I'm going to show you right now on the map where we are because you guys have been asking for that. So right now you can see where we are building this on the Yarowyn map, of course. All the information about the map and stuff should be down in the description, and if you want to check this out for yourself, you can go down in the description, find the IP for the server and get here yourself. The building we're doing right now is inspired by a Nordic longhouse, but it has some cool design features which is not very realistic, but it's kind of based off the stave churches of Norwegian Vikings, and it's very cool, and this is where they will be sleeping and living. The next build we're doing now is kind of the meeting hall for the soldiers. They would have like this kind of gathering place where the officers and stuff would kind of tell them what to do and stuff like that. I'm going to show you more in detail as we've done here, and we're going to walk along in first person, so it's easier to take a look. But this building has a very similar design as the first one, with this cool dragon on the sides and then this thatched roof, which is very nice, and kind of breaking it up with some different kind of blocks here to make it look more of a thatched roof and not too plain. Interior here will also be very cool, and as I said, it's going to be like this meeting area for the builder, or the soldiers I mean, for themselves to just kind of meet up. I really like the design of the facades of this. Look at it, all the detail which I will put into these facades and the side of the building, and it looks super nice. We're gonna go more detail over that as well when we get into first person, but overall a very cool building, I think. Then we're going to be building the training camp, the training facilities. First thing, we're starting off with the archery range, where we have some targets and stuff like that, and we're gonna also have some arrows stored, and overall just like a nice area to shoot arrows at. Then we're doing a weapon rack. We're gonna have several different ones. This was built during a stream, and we had a hard time figuring out a cool design, but I found one that I really like. I'm going to show you that also more detailed later on. You can see kind of just using the same design and mixing it up here a little bit. Then we're doing a small fire camp, or a campfire, where they would get the heat from after a long day in the cold Nordic winters here, playing around. And then we're building the stables all the way in the back here. So I talked a little bit about the lore of this town in other videos, and I figured that I want to call these people the Norsemen. Very simple, it's just kind of this normal name for Vikings and stuff, but I thought that was pretty cool, and I've also been working a lot on the lore of this town, so that will be all done possibly very soon, so we can kind of get a more detailed version of that. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I found a name for them. I think I'm just going to call them Norsemen. Very cool. And yeah, I'm going to just make the lore complete, and I'll share with you guys so we can kind of see it together. But now let's get in first person and take a look at all of this. We are now standing just in front of the second gatehouse or city gate of Klipstead, and we're gonna walk through here and we get to the area that we worked on in the time lapses of today's episode. So the first building we get to here is the one where they kind of had this meeting area, which looks very fine. I really like the detail of the front of this build. Try to use a lot of different wood palettes, wood textures and stuff like that. So we have like these card ones, and then we have some different kind of just normal planks, and then we also have some of these supports and a lot of different layers. And I think the facade really pops out and looks super cool. In here there's a lot of seating areas for them, and we have a little bit of a fire in the front here, and then also an area for the officers and the admirals and stuff to sit up here and kind of tell them what to do. What did I climb on right now? I don't know. I'm climbing on something, which is a very decent build, I think. I really like the interior here. Nice wooden pallets on the inside here with its beams, and yeah, it really captures that Viking feel, I do believe. So I'm very satisfied with how that turned out. Then the rest of the outside is also pretty cool. Like this fireplace here, and then some seating areas, and then we have these dolls, speeding dolls, whatever, where you can kind of swing your sword, go ham on these. I don't know what it's called. Then we have the weapon racks, which I use a lot of time on getting correct here, and I think this is like the best way we could do it. We use this, what's it called, the beams, and kind of just played around with it a little bit. And here we have some swords, some daggers, spears, axes. Over here we have some different things, and yeah, it just works, I guess. Over here we have the arching range. I changed it up a little bit from the time lapse, so there's one which is a little bit up. Very cool. We have some arrows on the ground here, and overall just a very simple area. Some arrows here, and also some barrels with arrows. And up here we can get to the battle tower of the battlement here. So you have this big crossbow here, which is designed by Trilton. Check him out on the YouTubes, which you can shoot on your enemies from up here, which is very nice. Oh, voice crack. I'm sorry, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? So the other building here is the living quarters of this. By the way, look at this very cool fire lights, whatever. Looks very, very nice in this area here. Then we have the building, which is kind of the living quarter or the residential area for the soldiers which are protecting Klipstead. So this is very typical, and I did a lot of research on how longhouses interior were. So they would pretty much have like this open area with a fire in the middle like that, where they can heat up, of course, and prepare some food, and they would sleep on the sides like this. So we have kind of some storage, and then just a carpet to kind of sleep on, and we have that on all the sides like that, and here as well. And then below here we have some, and up here we have some more. So this is kind of the living quarters of these. We have some clothes drying over here, a lot of different kind of meat being cooked and stuff, and then we have some weapons stored on the sides and notes and stuff, and just kind of trying to make it feel like there's people actually living here. And I think I did a good job myself. I really like this. The roof or the ceiling is pretty cool with all of the different beams and wooden pallets, and yeah, I think it turned out very cool in the end. And then we have the stables, where I had to do a mass slaughter just before I started recording here, because during the stream I couldn't spawn any horses in. I don't know why, but when I log back on now, all the attempts I did in the stream had caused horses to spawn. So there was like 50 horses just here. It was very cramped up, so you can see there's some like leather and stuff just laying around here. But yeah, these are horses, and then we have like a small workshop or whatever to put horseshoes on them and kind of just work on the horses a little bit. And then we have very cool wagon design. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of... No, how can I get rid of that one? I'm not sure. There we go, like that. Very cool wagon like that, carry a wagon. And then on the back here, oh, there's more horses. Can I kill you? There's too many horses around here. We have like this spike pit, which is used for defensive purposes, so it will be hard to maneuver around here due to all the spikes. Just a small defensive thing, and I think it adds something nice to a very plain area, if not. So I don't have the space to put a building here, so just putting some spikes and some vegetation looks very cool in the end. So I'm very happy about how all of this turned out. But that, my friends, is all I got time for today. I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if so, be sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.